Dr. Limitless, what will you tell the people today? Man, this is Wednesday. What's happening with Dr. Limitless? What are we talking about today? 4 principles. I want to focus on determination, commitment, delayed gratification, and meaningful work. What does that mean? We about to go to work on the mind, body, spirit, and emotions in this episode. But why do I want to talk about it? Look, for the last 14 months, I've been on this journey of bodybuilding. And I love to say I have this grandiose story of, oh, I always wanted to be a bodybuilder, always wanted to train the body. That's a lie. Not even close to the truth. All my life, I was a football player, basketball player. I felt like I was a little too short for basketball, but hey, anybody know me know I got game. I got some championship. I dropped 20, dropped 40 on people. I have scored some points, but that wasn't what it was meant for me to be or to do. And I was great in football, but that wasn't what it was meant for me to do. So done. I played football collegiately, played professionally, and semi-pro, and now I'm just a professor. Now I'm just a professor that don't do none of that. All right, let's go back to the bodybuilding. So I remember I was working out with this guy named Gil, or I saw this guy named Gil in the gym when he lived in Knoxville. And he said, hey, have you noticed everybody's body in the gym? I like, what you mean? He said, they all look the same from year to year. He said, when you're in the gym, you should be in here for a purpose, to build the body. And now anybody know me, know I could take a simple topic and I can go so deep on it. And I wasn't high, but this is just where my mind went. I was like, to build the body, there's something to that. And then I started thinking back when I was in the military. I remember I was benching a lot of weight, and it was this guy from Hawaii, looked good. I mean, chest was phenomenal. And I said, yo, man, you only benching 185 pounds? Like, what's up with that, dude? I'm benching a lot more than you. And he looked me up and down, and he was like, yeah. Well, my chest look a lot better than yours. Get your weight up. Excuse me. Like when I say he shut me down and made me feel so small, because he was right. His chest looked 10 times better than mine. And I realized it wasn't about the weight you pushing, but how you push the weight. How you construct or constrict or just build a body. Time under tension. Repetition. And I really didn't understand exactly what he meant, but I knew he was absolutely right. So going back to when Gil said it to me, I was like, man, build a body. So Gil and Will was working out at this other gym. They were like, yo, come work out with me, man. We'll show you what bodybuilding is about. So I like, man, this is nothing. I play professional ball. I train. This is going to be nothing. And when I went and worked out with them, I saw what it meant to work out for 2 hours straight and to push weight and to grow the body. And when I say I was sore so much the next day, I was like, yo, this is amazing. Now, fast forward to now. I could easily work out 2, 3, 4 hours. I just love it. And I want you to hear what I do. I love it. It's a purpose and a passion behind it. I absolutely love it. I love when I can't push away. I love when my muscles ache. I love when I have to mentally challenge myself how to get my body fat this low, do this, do this. It is, I absolutely love it. And when you love something, you can go deep into it. And you can build on it and expand and make it something great. So let's go to the first principle, determination. You just heard me say, I love it. And I found a way to fall in love with it. When you love something, it's easy to say, you know what? I'm determined to make this goal happen. I'm determined to achieve this because you have a love and a purpose and a passion that's driving you. Pastor Rick Warren wrote this book a long time ago. I remember my mother told me to read it. It was a phenomenal book. Purpose-driven life. What would you do if every job paid $1? What would you do? Whatever that thing it is that you would do, that's what you meant to do. And I'm just going to be honest. If every job paid $1, I would go out and I would inspire people to live their best life, to fulfill their dreams that they created when they was a kid, or their dreams they created as an adult. but how to accomplish that. Be inspired. And when I commit to something, when I sign that contract, I say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's just the way I'm wired. It doesn't mean I want to do it, but I'm going to do it. And I'm always looking for people to critique me. How can I be better? Because to be better than your best and never rest on your last success, it ain't about what you've done. It's about what you're doing. I'm always trying to progress and move forward and be better in every single area: mind, body, spirit, emotions. Because if you can master those 4 quadrants, you can master your life. And you could dictate how you live your life in this short span of time you have. And it is short. So determination. When you set your mind to something, you got to find a way to do it. It doesn't matter how it happened. Now, let's go back to 14 months ago. I started this bodybuilding. And there was a bunch of people, oh, man, good job. You look good and all this. I had a friend named Bino Wallace. Been in this bodybuilding game for a long time. He said, brother, I love you, but you got a long way to go. You're not ready. And I thanked him for that. Because if he didn't say that, I would have had this false belief or illusion that I already arrived, that I was great. And I wasn't. And I even put my picture up on another site as I got better, got leaner. And this guy said, and I didn't win. And some people were like, man, you should have won. You should have won. And this guy was like, nah, he shouldn't have won. Stop telling him that. He ain't ready yet. And people, oh, you hating, he hating. And I was like, nah, he ain't hating. He's right. Because if God or the universe wanted me to win, I would have won. But because the universe and God didn't allow me to win, it wasn't my time. It was more to learn. I want you to realize that it's always more to learn in life. You can be a better friend. You could be a better brother. You could be a better husband, wife, etc. You always can get better. Once you stop believing that, you don't even need to live no more. Go home. Because perfection is when you leave this body. As long as you're here, you're imperfect. I just won my pro card and I said, I need to come in even leaner, come in even tighter. I'm not satisfied. And when I go to Yorton and I place in the top 3, the winner's circle, I'm aiming for that. I'm not satisfied. Because life is about, if God is putting something in front of you, you got to give your best. See, when I'm determined, I kept hearing God say, if you give me your best, I will do the rest. Keep going. Yeah, James, you drunk that gallon of water. You got to drink a gallon. You got to drink 2 gallons. James, you did 10,000 steps. Do 15,000 steps for this cut. Oh, you did 15,000. You made that look easy. Do 20. Oh, you was in a sauna for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh, you did it 4 times a week. Do it every day. Always give more. There's never a time in life where you should just rest and say, I've made it. I'm good. Because people are watching your life. People are watching my life. And if you're inspired by me, think how much I'm inspired by God. I can't believe this is happening. But God said, James, when you commit, number 2, when you decide to commit to me, I will commit to you fully. James, you ain't committed to me all the way. Let's keep it real, brother. You got sins in the dark. Let's keep it real. Once you commit to me, even when nobody is looking, you do what I asked you to do and you do my will, James, I'll give you the world. Man, God, I don't believe it, man. This flesh, it feels kind of good, though. I don't know. And when I changed my name to Limitless, and even before that, I was on that road. I said, you know what? God, I'm yours. And excuse me, because this ain't soul searching Sunday or Sunday soul searching. This is today. I said, man, fuck my flesh. Forget it. Forget it. God, I give you all. Take everything from me. I just want to serve you. Take everything. I humbly submit. I have nothing, God. And it was like a little smile came over me, as if God said, Good. You're ready. You're the one. You're the one, James. You're the one. John 14, verse 12. Jesus said, or Yeshua, verily, 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 I say to you, you'll be able to do the same things as I, even greater. I'm trying to be greater. I'm trying to be more. I want every word I say to touch every ethnic group, every race, every sexual orientation, every gender, every whatever social construct. I'm limitless. Limitless. Check your life, be limitless. There's no stop. Until God says, James, you have done good, my faithful son. Come home. And that ain't what God said to me. I'm still here. So determination and commitment. And I want you to see how they all work together. When you're determined and you're committed to something, you're willing to delay gratification. I can't tell you how many times I've seen pizza, I've seen burgers, I've seen certain types of desserts. And I say, man, that look good. Oh, man, just eat some. You'll be like, nah, it ain't worth it. How does that translate over to life? There's a lot of actions that we can be tempted to do. Hey, man, that girl, nah, it ain't worth it, bro. Yeah, she beautiful. She fine. It ain't worth it. I'm committed to something. Committed to my family. Committed to my wife. Committed to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, etc. Commitment and determination to make sure that no matter what, you don't go back on your word. And it ain't even so much about your partner. It's about the commitment, the determination you make towards God or whatever it is you believe, your values, morals, whatever. Because even if you're not with that person, you got to have high quality character. I haven't always had high quality character. Not ashamed to admit that at all. But limitless. Don't give a shit about what James used to do or what he cared about. It's all about serving God, serving my wife and my family, and doing anything that God has given me to build the kingdom. God has given me a lot. And God said, to whom much is given, much is required. James, I have given you a lot and I require so much more out of you. You're not like everybody else. You're not. And you know that. Most people don't think like you. They're not motivated to push their body like you. They're not even willing to search and dig and find me in all areas of their life like you. They're not willing to admit, James, you have said some shit to your wife. You have said some shit to people. You have said some shit to all types of people. You don't speak like that. You have in anger fought and done these things. You're not like that. You can't be like that. You're limitless. You're not limited to the way people treat you. You're not limited to what it is your body want or desire. You're not limited to none of those things. You're limitless. And I expect more out of you. And I promise you, James, I'm going to give you a lot. I'm going to give you things you never even thought existed, but as limitless. When you delay that gratification, it creates this discipline in you to where, you just like, I'm just going to wash the dishes every single day, Jay. And now, hey, put the dishes up every day. You feel something on the floor, sweep it up. James, that kitchen is your domain. You make sure it stay clean. For over 30 some days, I've done it. You can't go nowhere in my house and find a dirty dish and I'm not being put up. When people eat, I take care of all the dishes. My very first job was washing dishes at Golden Corral. Funny how all these skills, all these abilities come back. But be willing to delay your gratification. When you're doing that, you're telling God, I'm willing to be obedient and I'm willing to make a sacrifice for you. Cain was not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice and be obedient. Sarah could not leave Sodom and Gomorrah and make the ultimate sacrifice to be obedient. It was so many things she enjoyed there. She just couldn't let it go. Let go, let God if you want God. Let go, let God if you want God. But if you want yourself, you want your ego. Edge God out. It's about you and what you believe is the best thing for you. But somewhere I read, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. How do you know if you've never lived in this world before? If you didn't create it, how do you know how you're supposed to comport yourself or conduct yourself? But if the Almighty, the immortal, created you and made you in its image, don't you think you should probably ask the Creator about the design of this world? I talk to God daily. I talk to God constantly. King David said, the praise should constantly be on your lips. When I'm talking to God, I'm praising God. I'm thanking God. When I eat my food, I say, God, please allow the macros, the macronutrients, everything in this food to build my body the way it's supposed to be built, to give me the best version of me, to truly make my body limitless. Even when the doctor, you got low you need to take testosterone. No, I don't. God, come on. This is what I serve. I don't serve no man. How does a mortal know me? How? When they got the same fate, they're going to die anyway. And I know the doctors, they know everything. Cool. A doctor don't live with me. Don't see how I train. Don't see how I take care of my mind, my peace of state, my stress. Has no idea about even my medical history outside of what I tell them. So how can they tell me what works for my body? Because there's no customization in the drugs they give us. But don't you think God could tell you? This person kept asking me, so, do you write down your stuff? Do you count? No, I don't write down nothing. So how do you know what to put in your body? I said, I talk to God. But I said, I talk to God. Are you not listening to me? God said, James, 170 grams of protein. Boom, bet. When I go in the house, I meal prep on Sunday. So if I'm not in my last 2-3 weeks of the cut, it could be anywhere between red meat. It could be, ground beef, steak strips, grilled chicken, salmon, etc. The last 2 weeks is going to be ground turkey, and now I'm loving tilapia. So those are my proteins. But outside of that, I don't know what I'm going to eat. But God said, James, sweet potatoes work better for you. Not that rice is bad for anybody else, but for you, sweet potatoes work best for you. So that's my carb. The greens, when I'm eating veggies, is asparagus in the last 2 weeks to serve as a natural diuretic. But it's normally green beans. Broccoli don't work for me. It bloats me. And I literally would say, okay, God, how much of the sweet potatoes should I eat? How much of this should I eat? And God, all right, eat this, take this, put this there. So I'm literally having a conversation with God. But see, this is the thing. When I say that and people are like, so who do you talk to? Because you talk to some other people like that. And people say, well, I talk to myself. You're talking to God then. Because the purest essence of you that can hear you is the God. Because if your mind can hear, who's doing the hearing? Who's doing the seeing? Who's telling the body what to do? The spirit, the soul. The only thing that came from God that's perfect and pure goes back to God. So I'm challenging you to build the right relationships with God and self. And this is for people that believe in God. If you don't believe in God, talk to the universe, talk to energy, talk to chi. I all believe it's the same thing, because if God is absolute, whatever it is you believe, that's God. Ooh, you ain't think about that, did you? So if I believe that God exists, or you believe that God exists, whatever somebody else believes is God. Oh, well, it's Satan. Well, who created Satan? Still God. But God don't have evil actions. But it came from God. You think about that one. So what I'm saying, everything in this world is God. or not understanding. A lot of you don't even understand where God come from. It came from Germany, Gad, G-A-D. We started calling it God. Other people may say Yahweh, Jah. Doesn't matter. Energy, chi, the way, spirit. All the same thing. The last one is meaningful work. Anything you do, it got to be meaningful. Remember, purpose, driven, passionate will allow you to be determined, and it will give you the ability to commit. Commit to delaying your gratification for a greater reward. If God give you a little, do a lot with it. God will give you more. You remember the story of the king left, and he left, this person, 3 diamonds. I'm just making up some stuff. 2 diamonds, 1 diamond. And everybody went out to do something with it and grow it. And the king was happy. But the one person said, let me put mine here because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. It's my God. I'm scared. And then when the king came back, he was mad. You got to be willing to believe. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. It required me to have the faith of a mustard seed to get my pro card. Because when I say my confidence was gone when I didn't win the 40 plus. And I literally gave up on God. I stopped believing. I was like, God, you showed me all these things. I'm going to do is Limitless. You said I'm going to win the pro card. But when a person came to me and said, hey, Limitless, you said if God says for you, it's for you. Keep your head up. Go out there and win the open. I had the faith of a mustard seed. Because it won't like a movie like, oh, they said it. I get it. Oh, he got it. No. I still was in disbelief. But I had a little bit of faith. And it moved a mountain to allow me to win the whole show. When I go to the gym and I put in hours, or I'm working on a book and I can write for hours, I can wake up and thoughts come to me. Or when I'm talking to somebody and I'm tired, I really want to go to sleep, but I could tell they really need something that God has given me. I can do that because it's meaningful work to me. I'm put on this earth to live a limitless life, to inspire other sentient beings like you to live a limitless life. That's why I'm here. I want you to notice that. It's not an occupation. God gave you a reason to be here when you came here. Man gave you occupations and jobs. Some people say, why would you retire so early? Yeah, living in a world that I guess it's the easy thing to do is to stay on a job to 60, 65 and then retire, and you don't have the same energy, same motivation. You can't really impact all types of people the way you want to. Yeah, that is the smart thing to do, I guess. But when God has given you the ability to touch the world with these gifts, and you can share those for the next 20 years with that energy and that fervor, that passion you have, James, limitless. Why would you cheat the world of that? Because you want to play it safe. But I said, if you believe in me, you will have these things that you have seen. Faith without works is dead. I believe God, but I ain't willing. You ain't willing to be obedient and be sacrificed? Now I'm willing to be obedient and sacrifice. So that's why. And God has given me enough to do it. And I'm saying this to you. Is there fear? Yeah, hell yeah, there's fear, man. Because I've never done it before, and it's the unknown, and I got to trust in God and not in self, what I've been able to only get from God. I know some of you all right now, it's hard. You're trying to be the best wife, the best husband, the best friend, the best. I'm going to tell you, I've been there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Like I'm telling you, man, this comes from my heart. I love y'all, man. Keep pushing. Don't fucking give up. When I wanted to die at 19, what if I would have fucking gave up? When I couldn't be the best husband, what if I would have just gave up? Couldn't be the best father. What if I would have gave up? What if? But I didn't. And was it easy? Hell no. It was hard. Was it worth it? Yes. I'm a living testimony. What I'm saying to you, man, this comes from a place of love, passion. Because I've seen the ugly. But oh my God, I have seen heaven. I know what it feels like to have joy, to have ultimate peace. But I know what it's like to have hell on earth. I know what it's like to have fear. I know what it's like to feel like you're fake and you're fraudulent and you got to hide certain parts of yourself. I know what that shit feel like too. But I know what it feel like to be free. And that truth will set you free. So I challenge you, my brothers and sisters, my sensual beings, my limitless lovers of life. Go out and be determined. Set something out. Be determined to do something. It could be one thing, but be determined for it. And then you know what? Commit everything you got to it. Everything. And be willing to delay your gratification. Because when you do these things, I promise, man, you will see things so beautiful you could never even imagine. That scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, when it say God has plans to prosper you, I would have never thought when I was that kid, man, and I'm talking about eating Spam, sardines, not having the most money, to being able to live like I live now. And I don't deserve it. I don't. God has given me grace. I don't deserve this body. I don't deserve to be healthy. I don't deserve to have these degrees. I don't. I don't deserve to have the wife I have, the family I have. I don't deserve it. But God loved me so much. The same way God loves you. Even when I was fucking up, I talked to God. God, help this lost and wayward man. Help me. Even when I was speaking love to you all, telling y'all what to do. God, allow me to believe what it is that you put in my heart to say. Please. Allow me to believe it, God. And now I don't just believe it, I know it. I know it. I know some amazing things are going to happen to me in this pro show at the Yorton Cup where you got the best of the best. I know it. I know it. And it's not about me being better than anybody. God is choosing me for whatever reason. My life is about to change. And if you're still listening, your life is about to change. You just got to keep believing. You got to be determined. You got to be committed. You got to be willing to delay gratification. And you got to make that thing that you do meaningful. And you will be limitless. Tell yourself how great you are, how beautiful you are. Go in the mirror, kiss at your beautiful self, and tell yourself, today is a glorious day. And for 86,400 seconds, I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. I'm abundantly blessed and never stressed. Be better than your best and never, ever rest on your last success. Check your life. Be limitless, my friends. Be limitless.